Welcome to the full body stretch and mobility routine. This is something that you can perform every single day. Now let's get right to it. From a kneeling position off of the floor, we're going to begin with 5 deep breaths. You're going to swing your arms up over your head. And as you swing your arms up, you're going to take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the lips as your arms come down. After those 5 breaths are complete, we're going to bring our hands together in complete wrist circles. We're going to go for 15 seconds all in one direction. Try to get some nice big circles. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction for another 15 seconds. From there, we're going to sit up into a tall kneeling position and perform some shoulder circles. We're going to perform 5 big circles from back to front. We'll start on one side. Now let's go ahead and switch and perform 5 big circles from back to front on the opposite side. Now we're going to bring our arms to our side, flexing our elbows to about 90 degrees. Your elbows should be just below or at the level of your shoulder. You're going to have one fist facing up and another fist facing down. From there, you're going to rotate so that your top fist faces down and your down fist faces up. You're going to do 15 total of these rotations. Now you're going to have your arms hanging straight by your side with your palms up. You're going to tuck your chin to your chest, and then you're going to make a big circle with your neck going one direction. You're going to come back the opposite direction, and then repeat this for 5 total times. From there, we're going to head down to the floor and lay on our back. You're going to bring one knee up towards your chest, and then with your knee, you're going to create a counterclockwise circle. You're going to do this 10 total times. Make sure you make some big circles and really try to open up that hip. After 10 counterclockwise circles, we're going to switch the direction and do 10 clockwise circles with the same leg. Now we're going to switch legs and perform 10 counterclockwise circles on the opposite side. And now let's go ahead and do 10 clockwise circles on that same leg. Now we're going to flip on over so that we're laying face down on the floor. You're going to bring your thumbs in line with your forehead and your hands just wider than shoulder width apart. While maintaining your hips on the floor, you're going to press up, straightening out your arms, holding that top position for about 3 seconds, and then controlling yourself down. You want to take a deep inhale through the nose as you come up, and exhale through the mouth as you come down. We're going to do this for a total of 15 repetitions. From there, we're going to sit back into our kneeling position and take a nice deep breath. After that, we're going to get on all fours. One hand is going to remain nice and stable, where the other hand is going to reach through the midline of our body, creating a nice stretch on the middle back. The fingers of the hand that remain stable on the floor is going to point about 45 degrees inwards. You want to take a nice deep breath in, and you're going to exhale and really reach as far as you can with that other hand. You want to hold that reach for about 3 to 5 seconds, and we're going to do this for a total of 5 reps. Now let's come back up to that tall kneeling position, take a deep breath, and then we're going to perform another 5 on the opposite side. Now that we're done with that, we're going to sit back up to our tall kneeling position and take another deep breath through our nose and exhale through our lips. From there, we're going to sit down onto the floor and bring our hands back behind us. We're going to bend our knees and make a 90-degree angle with our hips and knees on both legs. You're going to bring those hips and knees to one side of your body, and then while maintaining that position, we're going to switch to the opposite side. We're going to do this for a total of 10 times per side. From there, we're going to sit up and go into a half kneeling position. One knee is going to be facing forward, whereas your other knee is going to be facing towards the side. You want the foot of the knee facing toward the side to be in line with your knee that is facing forward. From there, you're going to lunge toward the side and really go as far as you can and try to open up those hips. You want to make sure that your foot remains flat towards the side that you're lunging towards. You're going to hold that lunge position for about 3 seconds and then come back to the start. We're going to do this for a total of 10 times. Now we're going to switch our legs and perform another 10 on the opposite side. As we finish that up, we're going to bring both hands down to the floor and we're going to get on all fours. You're going to place one hand behind your head, and that elbow that is behind the head, you want it to curl inwards toward the body as you inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to point that elbow as far as you can up towards the ceiling. You want to hold that position for about 1 second at the top and then come down and repeat. We're going to do this for a total of 8 times. Now let's come back up to our tall kneeling position and take a deep breath, inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our lips. From there, we're going to bring our hands back down to the floor and place our opposite hand behind our head, and we're going to complete 8 reps of the same thing on the opposite side. As we finish that up, we're going to come back to the tall kneeling position and take another deep breath. From there, we're going to bring both hands back down to the floor, but this time we're going to sit our butt back towards our heel. We're going to place one hand behind our lower back and the other hand is going to remain straight. You're going to take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to rotate up so that your elbow points directly back and up. We'll do this for a total of 8 reps. After those 8 repetitions, we'll come back up, take another deep breath, and then we'll come back down to the floor and do the same thing on the opposite side for another 8 reps. As we finish that up, we're going to come up to a high tall kneeling position and take another deep breath in through the nose, out through the lips. Now we're going to bring both hands to the floor and we're going to bend one leg and bring it directly in front of us. If possible, you're going to bring both your elbows down to the floor in front of that bent leg. You're going to have your back leg directly straight behind you. You're going to hold this position for 30 seconds. For the entire time that you're holding the stretch, make sure to keep breathing and take controlled breaths. Now we're going to switch our legs and do the same thing on the opposite side, holding it for 30 seconds. We're going to switch our legs again and do the same stretch for 30 seconds on the opposite side. This time, you want to get a little deeper than you did the first time. Now we're going to switch our legs for a final time and hold for another 30 seconds on the opposite side. Again, try to get a little deeper than you did the first time. Now we will come on up once again to our tall kneeling position. Take a deep breath through the nose and exhale through the lips. Now we're going to come down to the floor and we're going to straighten out one arm directly to our side. We're going to bring our chest down, but the shoulder of the straight arm is going to remain on the floor while we lift up the opposite shoulder. This is going to create a nice stretch in the chest and shoulder region. We're going to hold this position for 30 seconds. Remember to keep breathing throughout the entire stretch and try to lift up that shoulder as much as you can while keeping the other shoulder on the floor. Now we are going to switch arms and hold the stretch on the opposite side for 30 seconds. Now we're going to sit back up into our tall kneeling position, take a nice deep breath and shake our arms out. From there we're going to get back onto the floor. We're going to switch our arms again and perform the same stretch for 30 seconds. This time, try to stretch a little bit further than you did the first time. Now we're going to switch a final time and perform 30 seconds on the opposite side. Now let's come back to our tall kneeling position, and again let's take a nice deep breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the lips. From there we're going to be kneeling with one leg forward and one leg behind you. You're going to reach back and grab the foot of the leg behind you. You're going to pull that foot towards your butt, and you want to make sure that your torso is nice and straight. From there you're going to take the hand that is resting on your front leg and kind of open up your hip by gently pushing on your knee. If you're having trouble grabbing your back foot, then you can simply just leave it on the floor. You're going to hold this position for 30 seconds. Be sure to breathe throughout the entire 30 seconds. Now let's go ahead and relax. We're going to switch legs, bringing our back leg forward and our forward leg back. We're going to reach back and grab the foot of the back leg, and we're going to repeat the same thing that we did on the other side, holding the stretch for 30 seconds. Now we're going to relax, shake yourself out for a moment, and then we're going to switch our legs and repeat for another 30 seconds on the opposite side. This time, try to stretch a little bit deeper than you did the first time. Now we're going to relax, shake your arms out for a brief moment, and then we're going to switch our legs for a final time and hold that stretch for 30 seconds. Now we're going to relax. You can briefly shake your arms out and then head down to the floor. We're going to bring both elbows to the floor and we're going to have a wide stance with our knees. Clasp both your hands together and bring the fist behind your head. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, you want to drop your chest down towards the floor. Every time you breathe in and out, you want to be able to drop down a little bit further with your chest. You should be feeling a nice stretch in your back and triceps. We'll do this for a total of 30 seconds. Now we're going to relax. You're going to bring your knees slightly closer together and bring your butt back towards your heels. You're going to straighten out your arms and reach forward. You're going to hold this position for 15 seconds. Now let's go ahead and walk our hands toward the left side of our body. Really try to reach toward that left side and hold this for 15 seconds. Now let's walk our hands all the way towards the right side. Really try to reach far towards the right and again hold for 15 seconds. Now let's go ahead and sit back into our tall kneeling position. Take a deep breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the lips. From there, we're going to head back to the floor. We're going to place our hands wider than shoulder width apart with our thumbs facing up and our arms straight. You're going to take a deep inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, try to drop that chest down and really push through your forearms and hands. We'll continue to do this for a total of 30 seconds. Now let's head back to that tall kneeling position. We're going to bring one arm across our body and our other arm is going to grab just behind the elbow. We're going to use our hand to kind of pull the elbow inwards. We should feel a nice stretch around the shoulders. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Now let's go ahead and switch sides, and we're going to do the same exact thing and hold for 30 seconds on the opposite side. Go ahead and relax and shake your arms out. From there, we're going to sit on the floor and we're going to have one leg straight and the other leg bent with the foot behind us. We're going to lean back slightly till we feel a nice tension, and we're going to hold this position for 30 seconds. Now let's go ahead and switch legs. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side and hold for 30 seconds. Let's switch again and do the same stretch on the other side. This time, try to stretch a little bit deeper than you did the first time. We're going to hold for 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and switch a final time back to the other side, and again, try to stretch a little bit deeper than you did the first time. We're going to hold for 30 seconds. Go ahead and relax. From there, we're going to keep one leg straight and bend the other leg. We're going to put the foot of the bent leg on our thigh, and we're going to reach along our straight leg towards the heel. You want to reach as far as you can or until you feel a mild tension behind the thigh. Go ahead and hold this position for 30 seconds. Now let's go ahead and switch legs and hold for 30 seconds on the opposite side. Let's go ahead and switch legs back to the opposite side. This time, reach a little bit further than you did the first time. Let's hold for 30 seconds. Now let's go ahead and switch our legs a final time back to the other side, and again, try to reach a little bit further than you did the first time. Let's hold for 30 seconds. Go ahead and relax, and let's go back into our tall kneeling position. Now let's go ahead and finish off with 5 deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose as we swing our arms up, and exhaling through the lips as we bring our arms down.